Привіт, I'm Chuck Olenek, a Ukrainian-American baptized with the name Yaroslav, which is also the name that I use in the Society for Creative Anachronism, where I'm known as Yaroslav the Persistent, or Yari. I've been putting together videos on Slavic folklore, well, Eastern European folklore and mythology and history, and putting them up on my YouTube channel because I found that was the fastest, most convenient way to share the information with the most people, assuming people are looking at the channel. And I usually try to time the videos or the subject of the videos with the season. Well, we're coming up on New Year's, and I stumbled across a reference to wolf nights as a Slavic thing, and the name intrigued me, so I started digging and I found a few references. In early November, I posted a video about the wild hunt, which is a thing in northern and western societies, but I found the Slavic lore that was attached to it. And okay, for the people that are new to it or who need a reminder, the wild hunt involves a chase led by a mythological figure escorted by a ghostly or supernatural group of hunters engaged in pursuit. In my research, I kind of gotten the vibe that the wild hunt was more of a seasonal thing, like late October, early November, like Halloween and the Day of the Dead, when you have folks wearing masks and going through the streets, and then there's special meals that are prepared in honor of those departed with places set for them, for that is a time when the spirits return. But then I saw that another visitation or wild hunt occurs around Yule also. So wolf nights, I found in Slovenian it's Velice Noci, are the days between, air quote time, the birth of the new sun in the month of December, which I would imagine to be the winter solstice, although I've seen some references that say Christmas, and until the 5th or 6th of January, Epiphany, right? When the doors of all worlds are opened and too many dangers await the newborn sun. So this is another time of year when we Slavs get to be fearful. It is during this time that you would run into Veles or Volos, depending upon your preference for spelling, the Slavic god of cattle, wealth, magic, and the underworld. This time as the Lord of the Wolves. And that tracks, that makes sense, because he is one of the figures associated with the wild hunt. This time, he would appear as a limping old man who runs the Divya Yaga, Slovenian for the wild hunting party or the wild hunt. So, had the winter solstice, right? Shortest day of the year. It's now starting to get just a little lighter. Days getting just a little longer. But like true Slavs, we're going to focus on the dark parts. All right? So there's the darkness and the desolation of this time of year because it's winter. All right? The new sun is barely born, and it's still extremely fragile, and survival is questionable, and that's going to arouse fear and insecurity in the people. So there's not just, yay, 12 days of Christmas and we're going to celebrate. There's also the spooky stuff, and it's a really dangerous time. So people are going to find different ways to defend themselves against evil forces, and those evil forces could take the form of different types of witches, and there's other evils that are associated with the hunt, like Pehtra Baba, who sometimes leads the hunt. In literary folklore, Pehtra Baba She is also known as Pehtra in other sources, appears as a leader of the Wild Hunt. And that would make sense as far as, you know, the Wild Hunt and the Wolf Nights, and everyone's afraid. Now, Pehtra Baba might not be showing up as the leader of the Wild Hunt. Sometimes she is referred to as Pehtra, and under that name, the Brothers Grimm said, hey, she showed up for the 12 days of Christmas. And different sources say that she was there to be a strict guardian of female chores, particularly spinning and weaving and washing the laundry. So she's showing up either way. So Pehtra is showing up, and there are processions in which people would mask themselves as Pehtra, and they would behave as Pehtra on the eve of before the Epiphany, in the time of the 12 nights. And these visits were also believed to bring fertility to plant and animal life. The Pehtra's would visit people's houses, so they would go door to door in processions, just like other processions at this time of year. And what they would do is they would also chase people around the village. So that means New Year's, you can worry about Veles or Volos showing up, or Pehtra, or someone called the Volchi Pastier, the wolf herdsman. Just things to make your New Year's that much better. Well, until the next time, do побачення.